Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Tech. My name is Bilal and this is part 2 of Network Fundamentals. And today we are going to talk about network topology. Topology means layout of your network. There are many types of network topologies. There is a star network topology, bus network topology, ring network topology, mesh network topology, tree network topology, and hybrid network topology. Star network topology. Star topology is one of the most common network setup. Of course, every device or node is connected to the central network device. The central network device acts as a server and other connected device as client. The advantage to this design is if one computer on network fails, the rest of the network continues to function normally. But the disadvantage to this design is if the central network device, switch, server or router fails, the entire network goes down. Now, if you look at this diagram here, let's say if this computer fails, the rest of the network will still be able to communicate, function normally. But if this central network device, switch, router or server fails, the entire network goes down with it. Bus network topology. Bus topology is a network setup in which computer and network devices are connected to a single cable or backbone. Easiest network topology for connecting computer or computer devices and also cheapest. The advantage with this topology is it works well when you have a small network, but the disadvantages are not good for a large network. Difficult to troubleshoot the problem when network goes down. If the main cable, quasi cable, is damaged, the network fails or split into two. Now, if you look at this diagram, all of these computers are connected to this single backbone cable. Now, it is good if you have a small network, but it is very difficult to troubleshoot the problem if the network goes down or if the quasi cable is damaged. Either the network will split into two or it will completely fail. Ring network topology. Ring topology is a network configuration where the devices are connected to each other in circular shape or closed loop. Messages travel around the ring with each device reading those messages addressed to it. The advantage to this design is all data flows in one direction, reducing the chance of packet collision. But the disadvantage is the entire network will be impacted if one network device shuts down or if the cable is damaged. Now, if you look at this diagram here, all of these computers are connected together in a closed loop or circular shape. The advantage with this design is all the data is flowing in one direction. Now, if the data is flowing in one direction, it reduces the chance of packet colliding. But if one of these computer network device fails or there is a cable damage, the entire network will be impacted with it. Mesh network topology. Devices are connected with many redundant interconnections between network nodes. Every node has a connection to every other node in a network. Full mesh topology is very expensive to implement but yields the greatest amount of redundancy. Partial mesh topology is less expensive to implement but yields less redundancy than full mesh topology. Now, if we look at the diagram here, now it doesn't have to be computers. This is just an example. Now, if all of these computers are connected to all of the other computers in this topology, now if this computer wants to communicate with this one, it will find the best path, which is this one. But let's say if this cable gets damaged, this computer will still be able to communicate with this computer, and it will find the next best path, let's say this one, to communicate with this computer. So that is the reason why mesh network topology is used in wide area network WAN, because of redundancy. Tree network topology. Tree network topology that combines both star and bus topologies characteristics. Groups of star configured networks are connected to bus backbone cable. The advantage to this design is good choice for a large computer network, as the tree divides the whole network into easily manageable part. As you can see, all of these star network topologies are divided and into easily manageable part. But the disadvantage again with the bus backbone, if the central hub bus backbone fails, the entire network goes down or network cripples. Hybrid network topology. Hybrid topology is the interconnection of two or more basic topologies. Common examples: star bus network and star ring network. The advantages to this design is easy fault detection and troubleshooting, easy to increase the size of the network. The disadvantages are very expensive to implement, and it is a headache for architecture to design this topology. The only difference between tree and hybrid is in tree there are two network topology characteristics, bus and star, but with hybrid network topology there can be more than two. As you can see, there is a ring network here, there is a star network here, and also there is a bus network here connected to the main bus network here. So that is the only difference between hybrid and normal tree network topology. Now today we talked about network topology, part 3 of network